you a free-to-play player? Maybe a dolphin? Something short of a whale? It's time for you to accept your lot in life. You're never going to get that regional gear piece set that you really want. And if you do, you might not even want the pieces you get. We're going to walk you through why that is in today's video for some spicy content. Today's video is sponsored by me because nobody pays me money to make my content but me. Continuing on. Okay, so look, regional pieces have an additional 10% buff to their stats. Both the base stat as well as the percentage stat. Actually, I don't even know if the base stat gets an extra 10%. I actually don't think it does. Let's check. 40. Oh, look at that. It doesn't. It's just to the percentage. Now, granted, the percentage gets rather large by the time you're done. If you want to know what it looks like when you finish, you can just come over into our handy dandy records. Look at collections, costumes. This will tell you what the 6-star is. So it's going to be an additional 10% on this, which is 1.8, which in the end is not all that high. I think that you're going to find that 1.8 could be offset by a high roll. And I'm going to talk about rolls because I think that it's a super important mechanic to farming. And I think that you need to be paying attention to it now, not later. Waiting to get something else is something that you don't really want to have to wait on. So, like I got somebody like Tahiri, who we've been talking about a ton, actually got the drop on Black Widow's chest piece, and he's got guard damage, crit damage, and crit rate on the chest piece, which is pretty legit for a Midgardia suit. And then his head is attack, debuff, accuracy, defense, pierce, and attack. So the head sucks, the body's awesome. And we're going to talk about why you should be caring about this, why it's something you should give up on, where you should be directing your energy to, and when you should start directing your energy towards it. And the first thing I'll tell you is start your main account and just kind of, do Black Widow because she's great, and I'm going to tell you what to do for Black Widow, and then you can make your decisions based on the other characters later. So when you first start out as a character, when you complete like the 4th mission, I think, Tony offers you some rewards, and you get to choose one of 3 different pieces. So you want to choose between the I think there are 10 sets that you can get drops on as a free-to-play player, or just as like a dolphin or a guppy, however you want to describe yourself, plankton, as I heard another content creator say today. You want to try angling your way towards there by going onto your main. You could do it as soon as you start if you remember in time, but go to collections, read through what each of the sets are, and then you don't have to click on each different piece. You just need to click on the helmet, for example. So this is basic attack on modern hair, which is, fine. Not the worst, but if you don't know what to do, the one that gives you basic attack is fairly solid. New Stark City for Black Widow gives ultimate skill. It does for a lot of the characters ultimate. Close Quarters on Xanderth. Again, these are the ones that people are paying all this attention to because they cover multiple skill sets. But I noticed something for Black Widow, and that's Deadly Aim class is the one that people are talking about. At the beginning, it's the one that was nerfed. It's still super solid. It's the best single target DPS in the game, in my opinion, with her ultimate ability. And the ultimate ability base damage would go up if I did New Stark City, and you do use it all the time. So it's actually, New Stark City for her is not bad. But again, I'm not going to get all of these. And even if I get these drops, this 1.8% is nice to 19.8. But I don't have any certainty that after farming for 300 days using my spec op materials, that I'm going to get the drops I want on the pieces. Like I just talked about what Tahiri Vela got on his. Look, I got defense, pierce, crit rate, and crit damage. I would like double crit damage, but like single's pretty solid, especially with crit rate. I'm really happy about this headpiece. It wasn't my first one. It wasn't my 5th one. It was like my 10th one. I've leveled a bunch of these Fear Itself pieces. This body, I'm probably not even going to keep this body. I have two other ones that I can work with here. I'm looking for just crit damage. I don't even care about attack or guard damage. I just care about crit damage for her because the damage multiplier is such a high value compared to attack, and she's critting on those big mass damages that she's using with her ultimate ability that increases the base damage as well. That's so much value in PvE content, especially, but also PvP, but mostly in PvE content, where I really want to get number one so I can get the best gear, so I can continue leveling her up and have options going into the future. And so I'm gonna keep leveling these single pieces until I get stuff that works for me. Like these boots are 3s because I'm not enamored by HP. Instead, in the wings here, this is actually rated higher by the game. It keeps telling me to equip these, but cooldown decrease is trash for her because you're waiting for ultimate skill gauge recovery, and her stamina recovery is not good. But if you start dedicating your resources towards stamina recovery, you're gonna miss out on crit damage, and she's just not gonna be good anymore. So like, give up on cooldown decrease. Actual trash for her kit. Cooldown decrease here as well. So I just kind of went for some extra girth, gave her to make her nice and thick with that HP, and that's good. The stamina recovery is probably actually better though because she's constantly out of stamina. So that's why I have these waiting in the wings to get them to level 3, and then once they get to level 3, I make a choice on which ones I actually want to keep. And then we'll keep doing that up to level 4 until I have all of my pieces up to level 5, and then we do it to 6. And I will have had so many options that I'll have the pieces totally geared to what I want. And yes, it's only giving me a boost to one skill, but for her, I'm fine with that skill. Now, there was a nerf, and so when you're coming through, you might say, look, the firearm expert, the sniper ability was nerfed. I would really rather focus my attention on two other things. So Widow's Sting, which is concentrated fire. The other one I think people use a lot is either Trap Deluge or Quick Step Strike, Trained Assassin. So Trained Assassin, Widow's Sting, and Trap Expert. So then you just come over to collections and you say to yourself, okay, so when it gives me those 3 drops at the beginning, I want to either have Red Widow for that assassinate ability. 1872 gives me martial arts. Nope, don't care about that. Yelena Belova gives me Widow's Sting for those traps. Okay, solid. I'd take Yelena. White Suit gives you Master Spy. Okay, not great. This one gives you Trained Assassin, the original, sorry. I think like 1960s because that's what it is. But that gives you Trained Assassin, so that'd be a pretty solid one. Trap Expert gives you that Deluge, actually, sorry. So you want a Spacesuit would be a solid option here as well. Fear itself gives you Explosive Expert, which isn't great. Savage Shadowland gives you Deadly Aim class skill, which is interesting. Savage Shadowland and Midgardia are actually the same. Think about that. I've never seen anybody with Savage Shadowland. I feel like this is going to come later, but I expect this to be unlockable at a later point. It's not that super sexy of stuff. Technically, it's supposed to drop, but I've never seen it. So it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means it's so ultra rare that you're never going to get that drop. Like in the Spec Ops, this has you get the chance of getting these drops from your from crafting them at the workshop, but you also have the chance of dropping these from Spec Ops. So your chances of getting Savage Shadowlands and Endgame costumes are purely based off of offers for them, where you buy them directly, like this one, or from just doing draws on costumes. Which the chances of getting, we added these up one time, and it was like less than 1% to get the one, like a set that you wanted. But here you go, Savage Shadowland, 0.0026. So for all 4 pieces That's just over 0.01% here. Looks like it would be about 4% here. And then it would be about 1%, 0.04, sorry. So that's like 0.5, and then another 1%, 0.1% here. So you're at like a 0.15. So you have like a, if you made 1,000 pulls, you would pull 15 pieces of the one that you might want. Think about that. It's just not going to happen for you. Accept your lot in life and start leveling these other pieces. That's my strong recommendation. I'm hopefully going to have other character guides out, because a character guide for each specific character really, 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 really matters from the beginning. You do want to start looking towards these right pieces of gear, and you want to start looking for the bonus stats that are going to give you the build that you want right from the get-go, because it really does matter. With that, though, another word from our sponsor, me. Thank you for joining this video. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and you enjoyed my witty sense of humor. If not, post that in the comments down below. And if you did, you can also post that in the comments down below. Leave a like if you liked the video. Drop a sub if you want to keep seeing more of my face. Until next time, though, good luck out there. Good luck on the path. Get out there. Keep on gaming. Bye for now.